Welcome back, everyone, to OpenLine. We are talking about the Nashville Voices campaign at the Nashville Public Library, and this is where the library is collecting the stories of women. A woman that meant something in your life, a woman that has made a difference, just collecting these stories. And then it'll be part of an exhibit that will be displayed. They're collecting the stories that started August 18th, going through September 30th. And so we've heard some of these stories, and people have even called in. Andrea Fanta is here with the public library. She shared some of the stories. Some people have called in with some very powerful stories. And so let's say there's someone out there now that wants to be part of this, that wants to honor someone, or wants to tell their story. Let's walk again through what they would do. How does that work?
Sure. So library.nashville.org is the library's website. As soon as you step onto the website, you'll see where and how to go. It's an online submission form, but let's say you prefer analog or you don't want to be on social media. No one's going to hold that against you. You know, we've got 21 locations across town. You can come into any of them, and anyone who works at the library would be happy to help you. If you want to write it, if you want to call us at 862-5755. We're happy to take your stories over the phone. You know, part of what we do is to be available and accessible to everyone. So find us somehow, and we will walk with you from there. The
average length of story, it could be very short. You're not looking for a novel or a book here. You're looking for a paragraph, right? Or two, a paragraph or two. But you don't need to come prepared, you know, to write a book.
Correct, yeah.
Very basic. And I know that there are some people who would be turned off if it's only online.
Right.
And they would say, well, I'm not going to do that. But you're saying there's a way around that.
Yeah.
Just go into the library.
Go in anywhere and just ask for help, and we'll take it from there.
And we've kind of hit some of this, but as we're kind of hammering this home, I guess how is it going? You have 100. How would you say it's going so far?
You know, we didn't know what to expect. This is the first time we're doing this. So when my team was kind of around the table, we thought, you know, we'd be happy if we got like 30, maybe 50. So we're tracking really nicely. And again, these are really beautiful stories. These are stories about women who will take unhoused people home and cook a meal for them. These are stories about self-taught artists. We've got one about a pediatric nurse who's been at Vanderbilt for 56 years. We have another one about someone who taught me how to be a cowboy. She could do everything the boys could do, and she fought ferociously. So we're getting amazing stories, some lighthearted, some a little more painful. I think we've done great. I mean, it's easy for me to pat my team on the back, but I think we've done exceptionally well.
And the power here is just, these are everyday stories. So these are not elected officials. I don't know if you have elected officials in there. Many of the stories in there, I guess the vast majority, these are people that we might not know.
Correct.
Is that right?
Yeah. And when we're talking to the community about this, you know, the way we framed it is, there's someone in your life who is special, and nobody else might know, and you have a chance to change that. You know, we've got stuff from someone who's working in prisons as a therapist for inmates, someone who beat stage 4 cancer in her 30s. I think this really speaks to the power of not taking anybody for granted. And, you know, you can do chocolates or flowers or a spa day, or you can do this. And we'd prefer that you do this.
You're saying, oh, this would be a gift.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's nice. And I think the two people that called in, Ariel, with a very powerful story. Ariel moved here from New Orleans, wasn't sure she made the right choice, was struggling, and someone helped her, and she gave us the name. I think it was Wendy.
Wendy Williams. Wendy, we're looking for you. Find me.
Yes, and Ariel.
Yes.
You want to hear Ariel's story.
I want to hear from Ariel.
And Donna, who said that she looked like she was living this great life, but there was abuse there, and someone helped her. I think it was someone famous helped her, and so she got help. Her story. That's great. Both of those.
Yeah.
And you want them to call in, right?
Yes. Yeah. I want to hear from everybody. I mean, someone out of Bellevue is telling us about Terry, who they describe as a great ally to the LGBTQ community here locally, and also an ambassador for the API community, Asian Pacific Islander community. But to your point, these are not the people you're going to see on the front page of the Tennessean or even on your station, right? We're looking for people like me who are not usually in the spotlight, and so this is an opportunity to change that just for a moment in time.
And let's say I did call and submit that. There's not a receipt or anything? I'm actually thinking that's a nice gift, but you don't, there's not like, you would just say, okay, go to the library and you'll see this one day.
Yes, so we do need to get back in touch with everybody after we get their stories, and we need to get in touch with the people about whom these stories are. But I think you've just given me a bit of job security with the 2.0 idea for this campaign. And I don't know if we're about to wrap, but I want to ask you.
Oh God.
About a woman who.
So I can't. It's my mom, and I can't, or I'll get too emotional. Okay. But it's my mom, and that's who I would have put. That's why I asked that question. Because it's far and away, hands down, 100%.
Okay. But so for the record, I just drew emotion out of the show host.
Well, yeah, and that's why I can't. But yes.
I'm calling it a win.
Yeah, no doubt. And I'm thinking, actually, I was thinking this whole time, maybe I could call or, type in something not on air.
You can write it right here. I'm going to be very upset if you don't.
Okay, all right.
Share.
All right, well, okay, thank you. Okay, so we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll wrap everything up. One more time, put that information down. We'll be back right after this.